guys, it's your man Post here, and I'm back with the first Wi-Fi battle on this channel. Like I said, if you're here from the old channel, then like I said, welcome. If you're new, welcome. And yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot more Wi-Fi, hopefully. So this is a game versus Fred, aka Derf, and a couple of numbers that I don't remember off the top of my head that I had on my stream. Like I said, if you want to go battle me, I'm typically just going to bring sort of kind of fun teams, kind of like this, which is basically just an old Hoopa team with Bandit Pangirl on it, but it has Pangirl on it, so it has to be fun. But anyways, like I said, this versus Derf, and this game was really close, so let me go ahead and get it in. So basically, Charizard X, if he has Charizard X, is a giant problem for this team. And of course he leads with it. I lead with Tornadus because Tornadus is literally, there's no drawback to leading with Tornadus. There's no drawback to using Tornadus in general. That mon is ridiculous. But anyways, like I said, I'm going to lead with Tornadus and hope that he's Zard Y, but he's actually Zard X. I go for Hurricane anyway because I really can't do anything else. I can't U-turn on it because that's just going to give him a free Dragon Dance, which he takes advantage of there. So I just got to go for the 70% Hurricane. And he goes, or I go for Hurricane, and of course I miss, and he gets a free Dragon Dance off. So right off the bat, we're in Bad News Bears territory. So I go to Garchomp, and he reveals to me Thunder Punch, so I'm hoping to just sack off Garchomp and go to a Azumarill and hope that I can just revenge kill him with Waterfall, but he shows me Thunder Punch, so I can't do that. So now I'm just saying, well, he has Thunder Punch, so maybe he doesn't have Dragon Claw, because not having a fire move seems really strange. But you can rock without Dragon Claw coverage on Charizard, but without fire coverage, it's definitely not good. But unfortunately, my Garchomp dies. So I'm going to go out to Rotom Wash, and I do have T-Wave, so I'm just going to go for that, try and slow down the Charizard, but he scouts for that, very good play. And he goes to his Lantern. But at this point, Lantern really can't hurt me too much. The worst thing he's going to do to me is Toxic, but Rotom just comes in, takes a hit, and Volt switches out usually, so if he does Toxic me, I'm not really too concerned. If he Scalds Burn me again, I'm not really too concerned, even though that's going to be more annoying than a Toxic. So I just decided to Will-O-Wisp it just to harass the Lantern for later, so it can't come in and be annoying to my Rotom. And he's going to Volt switch out and go to his T-Tar, which is kind of interesting. So T-Tar is not really the usual Rotom switch, so I'm thinking that he's probably like CB. And I don't want to get killed by a CB Crunch, so I go out to Pangoro because I figure that with my Garchomp dead at this point, that's probably my best thing to take on a CB Tar. Because I can take the hit and fire back off a superpower. But he decides to do his Dragon Dance right off the bat, and so I'm like, uh-oh, that's real spooky. But he decides to switch out again. So despite Fred or Derf bringing, I just realized that Derf is Fred backwards. Oh my god, dude. My man's a Voller, so I'm like, well, he doesn't really have anything to take a Pangoro hit, but like he's playing with an aggressive team, but he's playing really conservative with it. It's kind of cool. But anyways, I'm just gonna go fire off a superpower because I need to get this T-Tar out of here. I'm playing really scared. And he goes to Gengar thinking that he's going to be immune, but I am Scrappy. That's Pangoro's hidden ability, so I just go for Scrappy, and Bandit superpower takes out Gengar. Showing off the power of Pangoro. But Togekiss can come in and obviously X4 resist. Pangoro is not going to want to stay in here. So I just go out to Rotom and no lefties, and that does quite a bit of damage. So at this point I'm thinking it's either like Choice Specs or Assault Vest or something. At this point in the battle I was leaning more towards Specs because to me Assault Vest Togekiss seems kind of pointless. But later on I think it's Assault Vest, but it's actually neither of those. We'll see in just a little bit. But the Togekiss is definitely offensive and it does not have leftovers, so that's all important to keep in mind. So I'm going to go to Pangoro right here. I don't remember why I went to Pangoro exactly. I predicted some double. Here I go for Gunk Shot, predicting Togekiss to come back in. Oh yeah, I did predict Lantern to come in, and then I can threaten Lantern out with Bandit Knockoff and KO. And then I went for Gunk Shot, trying to predict the Togekiss to switch in, but he decides to stay in with Lantern. But Gunk Shot is still a 2-hit KO anyway, but of course you have to hit 2 of them. And I just decide that risking my Pangoro, not even so much getting damaged, but getting burned, is not really worthwhile when I have Assault Vest Tornadus T, aka the best mod in the game. and I can just go out to that and take whatever he wants to go for, and if I get burned, it's not really a big deal. I believe on this particular team I'm Heat Wave. I might not be Heat Wave on a couple other teams because Tornadoes has like a gazillion sets, but I'm pretty sure I'm Heat Wave on this team. He goes to Scizor. I didn't really predict that, but it works out well for me, and yeah, I am Heat Wave. And he's just going to go to Togekiss, pretty good switch, and I'm going to knock him off right here, expecting to knock off a Specs or a Sylvester or something like that. But it's actually the Scope ones, which is kind of unusual. Scope ones is the crit one, right? Yeah, so he's trying to fish for those crits. So he just goes for Flamethrower, probably to catch a Scizor switch. And like I said, I just go for knockoff, and then I just follow up with a Hurricane. But Togekiss is really bulky, so I can't really beat it 1v1. Maybe if I get some crit confusions. And I think that's what I tried to do actually. I just stay and try to get crit confusion, whatever, to beat down the Togekiss. And I mean, I U-turn actually. I find that kind of strange. I wonder why I U-turned. Because my Rotom's kind of getting low and I need it mildly. I think at this point Rotom's kind of pointless because it's like +1 Zard just kills me. So it's like, what's the point? But it works out for me because I just go for U-turn right there and then I can just get a free switch to Pangoro. And at this point nothing besides Togekiss wants to take a superpower. But I'm not expecting him to want to go to Togekiss because I predicted it last time. So I just go for a superpower this turn, and he goes to Scizor expecting that Gunk Shot to come out. And I just go for the superpower and take him out. And he's actually Rocky Helmet Scizor, so this makes me think that he's some type of defensive set. And Pangoro still took him out, so that just shows how powerful Banded Pangoro is. Like I said, on a lot of your old Hoopa teams, if you just replace it with a Banded Pangoro, they function sort of similar. Not really, of course, because the coverage that Hoopa has and the mixed attacking power and all that is just out of this world, but just being able to spam a Dark-type move and break walls like Pangoro can is very nice indeed. So I'm going to go to Tornadus right here. Hurricane miss. Like I said, I figured that he doesn't have T-Wave at this point because he's shown me Air Slash, he's shown me Flamethrower, he's shown me Roost. I figured that the last probably isn't T-Wave. I'm expecting it, if it's not going to be Nasty Plot, to be some other attacking move. And it does. It turns out to be Aura Sphere, so the one thing that I'm scared of, which is getting paralyzed, is not a concern. And even then, I'm not really too concerned, because I don't think I'm going to be sweeping with Tornadus this game anyway. Although it's the only thing that I have to outspeed Charizard, so maybe it would have been more useful, but who knows. So I missed 2 Hurricanes right there. It sucks because obviously I could have crit, could have confused, killed this Togekiss a lot quicker, but it's not a big deal. So I can just U-turn out of there, and because Tornadus is the best mod in the game, now I get 33% of my health back, literally just for switching. And I go to Azumarill right here. And I actually forgot that Syrian Grace was a thing, so I just go for a Play Rough right here. I don't know if 2 Aqua Jets would have taken him out, but like I said, I completely forgot about Syrian Grace, but luckily I break through. Like, I was just expecting to come in, take some hits, and then just fire off a Play Rough and get Togekiss really low, but he obviously had a really good chance to flinch me there, but luckily that doesn't happen. So now I can just go out to Tornadus. He ends up going to Charizard. I U-turn right here. What's my plan? I think I'm U-turning out to Rotom. And then my plan was to go out to Rotom, go out to Azumarill, which again, if I had gotten flinched, letting my Azumarill get kind of low is dangerous, because I think I might be able to live a +1 Thunder Punch. I think I can live a neutral one because Thunder Punch isn't that strong of a move, but a +1 is a little more questionable. Oh, but anyways, like I said, I just U-turn right here. I guess that's probably my best play, and then I go to Tornadus right here because I'm at full and I can fire off a Hurricane. Dodges again, so my Tornadus needs some glasses. I can take a Thunder Punch though, because like I said, Thunder Punch isn't stab, it only has 75 base power, so I can just take the Thunder Punch once again and then just U-turn, and then I don't know who I'm going to U-turn out to this time, because I'm starting to run out of sacks. Pangoro is going to be the sack this time. I do have a Azumarill with the priority Aqua Jet, and then Scizor with priority Bullet Punch. So I don't think Charizard is the worst thing in the world at this health. And I just decided to go for Superpower. just because if he wants to roost or dragon dance or do something weird like that, and he did confirm after the game that he's just DD3 attacks, then I could punish him really hard, but he makes his best play, just goes for Dragon Claw. And then at this point I'm hoping that an Aqua Jet plus a Bullet Punch takes him out. I believe it can, but we're obviously going to have to wait and see if he's got like a lot of bulk or whatever. So I just go for Aqua Jet. I am choice banned, so that does a lot. And then the only thing that had me kind of concerned was that I'm not an offensive Scizor, I'm a bulky variant of Scizor. So by bulky variant I mean I have absolutely zero attack, or if I do have attack I have very, very minimal, like 16 adamant, because that's a set 2. But I think I'm actually not even that set. I think I'm the 252, 60, 200 Spadef. The 60 being in defense. So I have 0 attack. But I can just go for a Bullet Punch right there, and it does take out the Charizard. So it's probably like max attack, max speed, probably very little bulk on the Charizard. Because I'd imagine that a bulky Charizard might be able to take that better. Maybe. Who knows? Scizor, Mega Scizor is still really powerful even without attack investment. But like I said, that was a major crisis that Charizard had been giving me throughout the entire game. And I was able to avert that. So Bullet Punch comes down, and then he sends out Lantern for some reason, don't know why. That's just a free U-turn for me. And then with Tornadus I can just click U-turn myself, once again on the Tyranitar. If he's like DD Pursuit or something strange, then damn, I just got played, but he's not. So I could just U-turn right there, and I go from being in the red to damn near at full. I don't think T-Tar can hurt me too bad. He goes for Stone Edge. I don't think that would have done more than 35%, so I don't think the miss mattered too much in the long run, and then Bullet Punch just takes him out. Don't want to play around the random Fire Punch or anything, so I just go for a Bullet Punch, and it takes him out anyway, so it's not a big deal. And Togekiss is in the red, so Scizor can just come in and click Bullet Punch and get the kill there. So I believe that's the... is that his last mon? I think it is. Yep. So that's his last mon. So he defeated Fred. Really, really close game. Even though the score... well, the score was alright because who was left for me? Tornadus and Scizor. And Scizor kind of had a little mini sweep at the end. But the game was real close because Charizard definitely gave me a lot of problems. I'm trying to think what he could have done differently. I think that maybe, I don't know if he could have done anything differently. I don't know. I think that Lantern probably isn't the best choice for his team. And then Pangoro just savaged him, but nobody's prepared for Pangoro. I don't think he really could have done too much differently, to be honest. I just had Zardex in pretty good check there with Azumarill. Maybe letting it get weakened as much as he did, so he didn't get revenged by Aqua Jet plus BP. Because I'm pretty sure that BP was barely killed. I don't know, but that game was really close. Zardex is a problem for a lot of my teams, actually, because I love building with like bulky offense or balance, and Zardex just eats those teams alive. But anyways, that was a really close game, Fred. Like I said, glad that you're going to be the first game on the channel, and like I said, stay tuned for more, guys, and peace.